Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to share my thoughts on OPI's Iceland collection. Now this is their fall 2017 collection. There are 12 polishes here and I found mine on eBay actually. I've purchased from this seller previously. This is my second time and I would absolutely recommend her. So I will leave a link down below if you are interested in buying from her. The first polish that I have here is Icelanded in OPI. This is kind of your standard taupe shade. I really don't think that there's anything super unique about it. The first coat was very sheer. This had a very thin formula, but I was still able to get it fully opaque in 2 coats. However, I would say if you have longer nail beds than I, or if you want to do like super thin coats, this might be a 3-coater for you. The next one is This Isn't Greenland. This is like a dusty mossy green. I have said this many times before, but I'm not typically a green person, but there's something about this that is really I don't know, there's allure to it, and I think I might end up wearing this more often than I typically would with any green. This one also had a thinner formula, but it was opaque in 2 coats. Next up is check out the Old Geyser. This is like a dusty sky blue, but it has like this vibrant blue or maybe purple shift in it. This is kind of an odd combination to me, but I think because it is odd, it does stand out. This one was also a 2-coater, really no complaints here. Next up is I'll Have a Gin and Tectonic, which is a peach nude shade, I would say. This had a really good formula and it was also opaque in 2 coats. Next up is Aurora Berry-alis. This is, like it says, it is a berry shade, but I think it has a dusty quality to it. That's I think common in fall polishes. This is a cream finish, had a good formula, and it was opaque in 2 coats. Next up we have a muted purple, and this is one Heckla of a color. Like I said, it's just a muted purple, opaque in 2 coats, and it had a good formula. Next up I have Reykjavik, has all the hot spots. This is the metallic in this collection. This one was thin on the first coat, but it was fully opaque in the second coat. You can still see streaking, but I think we all know that that happens with metallic polishes. Now on to the deeper colors in this collection. This first one is That's What Friends Are For. This is, honestly, it looks like milk chocolate in a nail polish bottle. This is very warm, opaque in 2 coats, had a good formula, and it's cream finish. Chronological order is another brown in this collection. However, this one leans much more cool tone than the previous one. I think for those of you who are not interested in purchasing the whole collection but are kind of curious which one you would want to get, I would say That's What Friends Are For are for those people out there that like warm tones, and Chronological Order is for those who really like cool toned polishes. Next up is Suzi and the Arctic Fox. This is what I'm wearing right now, and it is hands down one of my favorites from this collection. This is going to be unique to my collection. I don't really feel like a whole lot of brands come out with this kind of polish. This one will look black in low lighting, so if you do not like that, I mean, it's not going to look pitch black, but it's going to look, it's a dark polish. So if you don't like that, I think this one is skippable, but for those of you who are kind of into the more vampy kind of colors, this one isn't so vampy, but it's definitely headed in that direction. Next up is Less is Norse. This is a, you know what, this color actually reminds me a lot of I Dream of Jean Genie from Wet n Wild. This one doesn't have those gold flecks in it, but if you couldn't find this one and you are looking for a color similar to this, I would say Less is Norse is right in the same color family. They are certainly not dupes, even if Wet n Wild didn't have those gold flakes in there, but they're so close. They're so close. They're not dupes, but they're close. This one was, it had a great formula, 2 coats, no complaints. And the last one I have here is Turn on the Northern Lights. I feel like this one is going to be so popular from this collection. This is a dark blue, but it has like a gold shift, but then it kind of looks, it almost looks like a sunset in the bottle. This is so gorgeous, and it is also another one of my favorites. This one was, it had a great formula, opaque in 2 coats. OPI did really well with this entire collection, I think. All of these were 2-coaters. Some were thinner than others. For those of you who have long nails, I would say that, you know, like the green, that taupe, I think that those ones might be questionable. Those ones might be a 3-coater. For those of us who have nubbins, I think 2 coats will suffice. My favorites, like I said, were Suzi and the Arctic Fox. I loved Turn on the Northern Lights. Less is Norse was fantastic. One of my surprise favorites was actually chronological order. I'm not typically a brown person. In fact, I think this might even be, the browns in this collection might even be my first browns. I don't know if they should have added 2 browns, but like I said earlier, these might be, I grabbed the wrong one. What am I doing? These would be good for people who want an option if they wanted a warm tone or if they wanted a cool tone. So that does give us options, right? So not a big complaint, but just something that kind of jumped out at me. So those are my thoughts. I really think this was a great collection. Like I said, I will leave a link to the seller that I purchased from in the description box. Let me know how you guys feel about this collection. I'm curious. I feel like Turn on the Northern Lights is going to be very popular, but I don't know because I don't look at other people's reviews when I'm doing a review on that same collection. So like I said, let me know and I will see you in my next one. Bye!